Hey everyone, welcome back. Election season, right? It's here. And honestly, I don't know about you, but my stress levels are like, whoa. So today, we're going to dive into something that could help us all out. Atomic habits.
Atomic habits.
Yeah, tiny changes that can make a huge difference in how we handle, well, pretty much everything. We're checking out this YouTube video, Therapy in a Nutshell, all about using these habits to feel better mentally. And then we're going to jump into this really interesting Psychology Today article on finding peace of mind even when things feel crazy.
Which, let's be real, feels pretty relevant right now.
Right. Like who couldn't use a little more peace of mind during election season?
Seriously.
Okay, so this whole atomic habit thing, the YouTube video breaks it down like this. Even just changing 1% each day can snowball into something really good for your mental well-being over time.
1%. That almost sounds too easy.
Right, but they have this great analogy in the video. Think about your energy levels, say, in May versus back in January. By May, we're usually like, let's do this. But it's not like we just magically woke up with this huge energy reserve.
Mm.
It's all little things that build up over time, right? Longer days, more sunshine.
And that's exactly how those tiny improvements work too. They build on each other, just like compound interest. It's not about some huge, overwhelming change. It's about taking that 1% step consistently. Imagine just feeling 1% better each day for a month by the end. You wouldn't just be a little better, you'd be way more resilient, more energized.
Wow, when you put it like that.
So let's bring this into your world right now. Think about your life today. What's one small change, that 1% shift, that feels doable for you? Asterisk today. Asterisk bow. And remember, it can be literally anything. We're not talking about some massive life overhaul here. Just something small, manageable, something that might even be enjoyable for you. What comes to mind? And you know what I love about this is it's not like, okay, here are the 5 things you must do. It's really about figuring out what works for asterisk. Asterisk.
Totally. It's like personalized mental health, right?
Exactly. And speaking of personalized, the YouTube video actually gives a bunch of these really specific examples of tiny habits just to get you thinking. Like they talked about trying light therapy for just 10 minutes in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that can be really helpful for your mood, especially as we head into fall and winter.
Right. Less sunlight can really mess with you.
For real. Okay, and this one's kind of out there,
Sure.
but they even suggested eating more fermented foods, like kimchi, sauerkraut, that kind of thing.
Interesting. What's the thinking there?
Apparently, there's a super strong connection between your gut health and your mental health.
It's true. The gut-brain connection is getting a lot of attention in research these days. It really can impact how you feel, even how you think.
Wild, right? Okay, but this next one might be my favorite. They talked about how important it is to tell someone you appreciate them every single day.
Oh, I love that.
Right. It seems so simple, but I bet it makes a bigger difference than we realize.
Absolutely. Even small acts of kindness, like just expressing gratitude, can totally shift your perspective. You're focusing on what's asterisk, good asterisk, instead of what's stressing you out.
So true. Okay, and this one's for all the news junkies out there, not me included. They had a good one about limiting your news consumption, especially during, you guessed it, election season.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's so easy to get sucked into that 24/7 news cycle, but it can really take a toll on you without you even realizing it.
Totally. And instead of scrolling through news feeds, they even suggested something as simple as paying attention to your breath the next time you're stuck in traffic or waiting in line.
It's all about finding those little moments throughout the day to just like reset and de-stress.
Exactly. And this is where the video gets really practical. They talk about choosing what they call your low-hanging fruit when it comes to building habits.
Low-hanging fruit. I kind of like that. What does that mean?
It's basically about identifying the changes that feel easiest for you asterisk to start with. Like,
Well,
don't force yourself to meditate for an hour if you're going to hate every second.
right. Find what works for you.
Exactly. Maybe your 1% is taking a daily walk, or trying a new recipe with more veggies, or even just listening to this podcast.
Hey, there you go. See, you're already on your way. But I love that it's not about being perfect or changing your entire life overnight. It's about those small steps, building momentum over time. And it sounds like it's also about setting yourself up for success.
Yeah, like strategically setting yourself up to win, even in small ways, right?
Exactly. And those small wins,
Yeah.
they can lead to some pretty big shifts in how you feel, how you think, how you handle, asterisk everything. Asterisk, which actually brings us to that asterisk psychology today, asterisk article. We mentioned the one about finding peace of mind.
Oh, right.
Even with all the craziness going on, and election season definitely qualifies as crazy, They really focus on how powerful gratitude and kindness can be for your mental well-being.
Which, honestly, I think we could all asterisk use a little more of these days.
Big time. And it's not just about like feeling all warm and fuzzy inside either, though I'm sure that's a nice bonus. They actually highlight a lot of research about the benefits of practicing gratitude.
Really, like real tangible benefits.
Oh, yeah. It can impact not just your mental health, but your physical health too. It's pretty amazing.
Wow, I had no idea. So, like, what kind of benefits are we talking about?
Well, they talked about how practicing gratitude can actually change your brain chemistry. It can lower those stress hormones like cortisol.
Uh-huh. Cortisol, that's the one that's always spiking during election season, right?
Pretty much. But gratitude can actually boost those feel-good neurotransmitters too, like dopamine and serotonin.
Wow, it's like rewiring your brain to focus on the positive. I like the sound of that.
Right. And get this, they even talked about how gratitude exercises in schools have helped kids a ton. Like their mental health and well-being measurably improved.
Wow, seriously. That's huge.
It really makes you think, right? Even just taking a minute to appreciate the good stuff, no matter how small, can make a difference.
It's like a superpower we all have, but we just forget to use it sometimes.
Exactly. So to kind of bring everything together, both the video and the article seem to be saying that even when things feel chaotic,
Out of control, yeah.
totally, there are still things you can do asterisk today, asterisk, to start feeling better, to be more resilient, more able to handle whatever comes your way.
I like that. So before we wrap up, I want to leave everyone with this. What really stuck with you today? What's one small thing, one atomic habit that you're willing to try for the next month?
It could be starting a gratitude journal, maybe trying out some of those fermented foods.
Ooh, kimchi.
There you go. Or it could be as simple as getting a few more minutes of sunshine each morning or just taking a second to really appreciate your breath.
Yes, all great ideas. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself, even if it's just a tiny step at a time. And hey, if gratitude really is a muscle you can strengthen, what are the reps you're going to do each day to build it? Think about it. Until next time, stay curious and keep those atomic habits going.